So if we look at problem 23, you do need to observe the structure so as to make a good decision. Well, if I look at the first problem, the power of 5, and then I have ln(x) and I have x. So if we just think about it quickly, I can't really set x to be u. I either set ln(x) to be u, or I set ln(x) to the power of 5 to be u. It makes better sense to make the simpler ones to be u because the derivative is easier to manipulate, and the derivative is going to be 1 over x. So du is 1 over x dx. Therefore, you will realize the problem becomes ln, which is u to the fifth, and then it's 1 over x dx. But 1 over x dx happened to be du, so the original problem is identical to this, whose antiderivative is extremely easy to find. Therefore, I can convert it back relatively easily. It is ln x to the power of 6 plus c. So that's solving the first problem. And if I look at the second problem, well, you could have always used algebraic manipulation to make your problem simpler. So I could have thrown this 9 out, which means it can be changed into 9 multiplied by ln of x over x dx. But of course, you don't really have to do this. Anyway, so after I work this one out, even though we said usually we set the denominator to be u, but clearly I wouldn't set x to be u. So the only reasonable option is to set u to be ln x again. Therefore, you will have du to be 1 over x dx. So your problem becomes 9 integration, and then ln x is u. You have 1 over x dx left, which happened to be du. So your problem becomes this. So it's 9 over 2u squared plus c. Therefore, it's 9 over 2 ln of x squared plus c as the final answer. And the last problem, it's going to be slightly different, and it's similar enough. So it's ln of some power structure. So for simplicity purpose, what you could have done is you could have thrown this constant out as a multiplication to simplify first. So it's 1 over x, it's 1 over 4 ln of x dx. So I can use the 1/4 out. The problem mathematically becomes this. So you need to make a wise decision how to move forward. It's a multiplication with division. So the only trick we've learned other than algebraically simplify, which we can't do any further, is substitution method. So you use your u to be ln of x. Therefore, du is 1 over x dx. So by now, you should be pretty familiar with substitution. So the problem 1 over ln x is 1 over u. 1 over x dx is du, so it is 1/4. It is ln of u plus c, hence it's 1/4 ln of x plus c as your final answer.